Happy Advent 3, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. The gospel reading today is from John chapter 1, verses 6 through 8 and verses 19 through 28. I want to read it first and then I want us to chat about it. So there was a man sent from God whose name was John. He came as a witness to testify to the light, so that all might believe through him. He himself was not the light, but he came to testify to the light. This is the testimony given by John when the Jews sent priests and Levites from Jerusalem to ask him, "Who are you?" He confessed and did not deny it, but confessed, "I am not the Messiah." And they asked him, "What then? Are you Elijah?" He said, "I am not." "Are you the prophet?" He answered, "No." Then they said to him, "Who are you? Let us have an answer for those who sent us. What do you say about yourself?" He said, "I am the voice of the one crying out in the wilderness, 'Make straight the way of the Lord,' as the prophet Isaiah said." Now they had been sent from the Pharisees. They asked him, "Why then are you baptizing if you are neither the Messiah nor Elijah nor the prophet?" John answered them, "I baptize with water. Among you stands one whom you do not know, the one who is coming after me. I am not worthy to untie the thong of his sandal." This took place in Bethany, across from the Jordan, where John was baptizing. So what I love about this passage and this part of the gospel is that there's so many neat settings of this. The part that stands out to me is, I am the voice of one crying out in the wilderness, "Make straight the way of the Lord." Talking about how Jesus is coming. Get ready. One of my favorite hymns that happens during this time of year is O come, Emmanuel," meaning God with us, right? Emmanuel means God with us. And so this is a kind of a neat hymn that talks about that, and I'd like to sing it for you, and then I'd like you to join me on it. O come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel, that mourns in lowly exile here, until the Son of God appear. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Sing with me. O come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel, that mourns in lowly exile here, until the Son of God appear. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. One of my favorite songs during this time of year that also talks about crying out in the wilderness, uses this exact language, is from a work that many of you have heard probably before with the Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. That comes from Messiah, which is written by George Friedrich Handel, which is a whole compilation, so a whole bunch of different songs put together. And so what we have here is after the overture, so after the instrumentalists start, then we have the first singer that comes out, who's a tenor, of course, and sings this beautiful melody that talks about this very thing that we've just been talking about in the gospel. But it starts out with a very comfort ye, we're going to be okay. And it has this beautiful tone that starts with this. And then it goes, comfort ye. Nice little response there. Comfort ye, my people. Right? It's got that really lovely just comfort, comfort, comfort. And the music does that. And then all of a sudden we sing all the tenor sings this beautiful comfort, comfort, comfort ye. And then all of a sudden we get this very, what seems to be the end of the song, but we get this. And all of a sudden it goes, the voice of him that crieth in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord. Make straight in the desert a highway for our God. All of a sudden. So some of my favorite songs come from this time of year, and I'm sure yours do too. But as we sit and wait for the coming of Christ and the birth of Christ, let us remember that, like I said last time, this is a season of waiting. But today in Advent 3, we've been told, you've been waiting, but something is coming. So now we know that Jesus is coming. The birth of Christ is coming, and we can all wait in anticipation for Christmas, which will soon be here, and we can all celebrate with each other. Whether we're talking on Zoom or we're talking on FaceTime, we can still enjoy Christmas with people. So, boys and girls, thank you for your time today, and I look forward to seeing you after the new year. So, happy Advent 3, and we'll see you in the new year. Take care.